What does it mean to speak? Quintilian, first century educator, says that rhetoric is the good man speaking well. I'm Joshua Butcher, and I teach rhetoric classes here at Trinitas Christian School. But I'm not the only one who teaches rhetoric. Our students learn rhetoric from the very earliest of ages, going down to the junior kindergartners who will memorize their scripture memory passages and deliver them in front of their classmates. Throughout the grammar school, we have evening of theater and recitation performances where students as a class will memorize pieces and then deliver them in front of a crowd of their family and friends and the larger community. They also have class presentations where they research a figure like a founding father or a time period like the Roaring Twenties. And then they'll deliver speeches to their classmates and any guests who come to the school. So by the time they get to me in 10th grade for our first formal rhetoric class, they've already overcome many of the debilitating fears that people have when it comes to speaking in public. But what do they study when they get to my time? Well, we have 3 classes in formal rhetoric, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. In the first year, we learn the rudiments of public speaking. What are the components that it takes to become a competent speaker in any given situation? What do I have to say? The skill of invention, discovering the means for persuasion and the arguments and the information that needs to be shared with an audience. How do I put it together? Arrangement, the artful placement of one thing with another so that it becomes clear and compelling. Style, how do I color my words so that they delight the audience and keep them interested and convey particularly what I want to say? Memory, what's the best way to put this in my head so that I can deliver it to the audience in a compelling and interesting manner? And then the skills of delivery themselves. How do I use my face and my hands, and where do I stand, and what should I sound like when I speak? As we move into the 11th grade, we learn the skills of argumentation and debate. How should I argue if I find myself in a courtroom setting? That's forensic rhetoric. What about if I have to make a decision and compel others to agree with me? That's deliberative rhetoric. What should I say if I have to get up and speak on a particular occasion like a wedding or a funeral or a State of the Union if I were to be president? That's ceremonial rhetoric or epideictic. They put these skills into practice through declamation exercises. Well, I'll give them a little snippet of information and then they have to develop their case in writing for that person, for one side or the other. Sometimes I even have them argue both. Finally, in 12th grade, we have the best skills in style and delivery that the students learn. They've already learned most of the structures and arguments, and now it's really putting that final polish on. They get to show off their skills, all 3 grades, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, through an annual public speaking contest. Well, they will research on their own topic, have several weeks to write it and practice it, and then they deliver it in class, and then finally before a crowd of sometimes 50 to 100 people. In addition to this, there's the senior thesis, where our seniors will research an independent topic, write a 12 to 15 page paper, and then get to defend that paper before a panel of Board of Governors and teachers and an audience made up of their friends and their family and their community. So you can see, rhetoric is not just something that students learn at the end of the careers. It's something that encompasses the whole of their education here. And by the time they're done, they've developed skills that make them the best they can be.